Hello everyone, how are you? It is Friday, but it's also December 1st, which means time for holiday music. And yeah, the lights and Santa is back. Yep. Wait, oh no, but it's Christmas. Hang on, I forgot to turn on the fan. I swear I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off for the last 4 hours. One of the kiddos is sick again because hello holiday germs. It's very exciting. And so I couldn't run any of the errands I needed to till Steve got home. So that's what I did until I can tell you, driving at night, I don't know if it's just holiday stuff or what, but going to Hobby Lobby, December 1st, it's always going to be a little bit chaotic. Anyway, all right, let's go ahead and scroll on up and see who's here. Question of the day is, if you could play any character from your favorite holiday movie or show, who would it be? Hi, Ev. Hard one, can't think of one. Let's see, Tech Gal, and Tech Gal is Gizmo from Gremlins or John McClane's wife. Let's see, Sigrid, hello, Harry Potter. I mean, technically, like there is a Harry Potter portion whenever, ABC does that 30 Days of Christmas or whatever, they always include Harry Potter. It's like, it's for one scene, right? One scene. Let's see, Celeste, hello, Dawn, hello. Ooh, Jack Frost, that would be good. Hi, Heather. Let's see, Kim, hello. Mary from It's a Wonderful Life. I've seen that like ages ago. Like obviously I know the premise, but it's been a long time since I've seen it again. Kermit the Frog. I'm gonna guess it's Kermit the Frog. Yeah, everyone is sick. Yeah, it's going around. Like honestly, it's little Steve again that's sick, and I feel so bad. Like he just got done being on an antibiotic for what he needed, and like he just finished it the other day, and then lo and behold, here come the germs. So, but I got him his own little bell. We call it his butler bell. So his eyes lit up when I gave it. So I guess that's the best thing you can do when they're sick, if you can, make them happy that way too. This one, I don't know. Anyway, he has his butler bell and he rings it now when he needs things. Little Girl from Miracle on 4th Street. The older one or the newer one? Right? Oh, it's going around like crazy. Topeka, Home Alone 2, love it. Hi, Chiho from Japan, welcome. Kara, hello. Almost says to you, got 3 shelving units in a cart for Big Lots, and I'm thinking, I need them, but I don't. I totally know. Little Girl on the Grinch original cartoon. Oh, I love that. Hi, Josephine, how are you? The older one. So I haven't seen the older one, but I went to see if it was streaming anywhere, and that one is streaming. I forget where, but the one with, the little girl that played Matilda, that was the one that I watched growing up. But so I swung by, I've got the stuff on the other side of the room, so I won't get it right now. Hi, Carol. But I swung by Hobby Lobby because I have Christmas cards to make and get done. Like I'm trying to get all of this Christmas stuff done before we do the bulk of our packing. And I know they said we were going to start packing after Thanksgiving, which technically that's not a lie. It still is after Thanksgiving. But no, we're getting boxes on Monday and we're packing up. Steve and I put our heads together and laid out our schedule for the month of things we have coming up, things we need to do beforehand, when we want to have certain things done by. So yeah, after this weekend, it's really going to be kicking up into high gear. Ideally, I will be only gone for about a week or so to make the transition, but yeah, it's tough to say. Also, if you are a member, I just put it up just a little bit ago because I didn't have time earlier today. And this is the Christmas download, the free Christmas download for members. So be sure to grab that. That's over in the community tab. Yeah, and then today was the last day to sign up for the December sticker club. So technically you still have like 4 more hours if you want to get in on that. But those will be going out soon as well. All right, well, we are at our book part. Let's see, music's not too loud, right? Does my sound good? I am, Sigrid. Yeah, we are moving here pretty quick after Christmas. Let's see. So, not that one. Trying to find. Aha! This one is finished. I posted a reel and a post with this picture today. But yeah, I finished that one up yesterday. It was really fun. Definitely a little bit of like I was listening to, I put it on the post, but I've been listening to Lord of the Rings, so I was listening to that while I was doing this. So I was just like, we got a little bit of Hobbit vibes going on here. But yeah, the little mushrooms. And full disclosure, for those of you, you guys get a little sneak peek since you're here. So Johanna, I'm trying to find the page, hang on. Johanna is doing an inky advent where basically the idea is you just color. You color a small victory in here every day and then you post it. Okay, but as most of, oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm doing a ton. As most of you, Kim, I actually thought it was sooner than after Christmas also. It wasn't until I chatted with Steve yesterday that he's like, or not yesterday, last week. He was like, no, we're not going until after Christmas. I was thinking we were going to need to spend Christmas in the new house, but I was incorrect about that timeline. But yes, the plan is move in very beginning of next year. So January, like 1st or whatever. So directly after Christmas. It's going to be chaos. But anyway, since you guys all know I'm moving, I'm probably not going to do every day. So I'm actually getting all of my little victories done ahead of time. I know that kind of defeats the purpose of doing one every day, but hey, I want to participate, but I'm going to be moving. So, oh, thought of wait, Kate won this character. I thought about the holiday. I love the holiday. Plus Jack Black, he's just so sweet. But yeah, so I'm getting mine done ahead of time so I can still post. So here's the little sneak peek. I have, what is that, 15? I have 15 of them done. So here's my thought. So obviously there's 25 days leading up to Christmas. So I'm going to do these 25 and then I will make a short like reel or a short video filming myself coloring these last ones. For now, I'm just taking pictures of these ones. But I'm only up to 15 so far. And so I'll get to 25. But yeah, again, I know it mildly defeats the purpose, but I want to participate. But I know that logically, logistically, it's not going to work while I'm trying to move. So anyway, between everybody getting sick and everything else going on, I have established, now she can't find anything. That's going to be me. There are just straight up not enough hours in the day. That's all there is to it. Okay, so we're going to hop over to, I was thinking December 1st, it'd be kind of fun. Plus, I'm brainstorming an idea of how I want to use this. So I was thinking, let's go ahead and color this kind of holiday wreath motif. And go with that. And I just chose something nice and simple because I'll be honest, I didn't have a ton of time today to think about what pencils I was going to use. And I had these out from the daily ones. Honestly, these are like, I don't know. Do you have any like comfort pencils? These are my comfort pencils. They're ones, oh look, Prismacolor worked its way into there. There's ones that I don't have to think that hard about. Yeah, Cameron Diaz. Oh yeah, they did. No, Kate Winslet got together with Jack Black and Cameron Diaz got together with Jude Law. Yeah, Cameron Diaz for sure. Plus, she's like one of the rich ones in there, so it's like, okay, so I get to marry Jude Law and I'm rich? Heck yeah, I'll play her. Hi, Maylin. So anyway, she did a few, like 4 of these motifs, one for every season, but this one is clearly the Christmassy one. So I thought we would dive right in. We've got a little smaller petals than usual, but I would imagine these are kind of like, poinsettias. And then of course we've got some holly, we've got some mistletoe. So yeah, we're just going to jump right in. Let's start with this flower here. Again, we're using the Ergosoft. Let's see. I feel like I'm missing a red one. Did I pick up a red one? Like I said, it's been chaos. Hang on one second. I want to get my Ergosoft thing because if we're doing Christmas, I need to make sure that I have all my reds. Here is my case for Ergosoft. It is not on my bookshelf. All right, well, we may just do it now because I don't have the brain power to find that correct one. So anyway, we'll make it work. Hi, Steve. Steve's bringing tea. Hang on one second.
Bringing the tea.
Yeah, bringing the tea to me. Actually, you just said it right there. Thank you.
Welcome.
Now, next question. Do you know where my my missing pencil is?
Which is it?
I don't know. It's a red one. I don't know where I put the case for it. Guys, I am so discombobulated. It's all right. We'll make it work. Thank you, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys could see the inside of my brain right now, you'd be like, dear.
You'd be terrified.
You would be terrified. You'd be absolutely terrified. Okay. All right. That's all good, Steve. I think I got it. Well, make it work. 29's a pretty dark red. Buddy from Elf, I love it. Right, I know it. I know it's rough. Also, you'll notice that I'm still using this with this cup, and part of the reason is, so first off, I have to redo what I already did on that chessboard game that I'm doing, because I rushed it too much and like it just did not. Oh, come on! An exclamation point snap. That one broke. It's rude. Anyway, I rushed the process and I kind of messed up the chess pieces. So I'm starting over. I have enough resin left over to do that. I'm starting over. And since, thank you. Oh, that's right. I forgot about the snap emote. And since, yeah, right, Josephine, right? I keep saying since, but, oh, right. Since I messed up and I want it to be a Johanna themed chessboard game. Hello, Electra. Is this thing working on this account tonight? I should hope so, but I see you. Hi, Electra. Anyway, I was thinking, because the ones I had looked at, like people had put gold leaf in the base of it. I'm using number 29. Had put gold leaf in the base of it. And I was just like, oh, well, that's so cool. But because I'm making it a coloring book themed or a coloring themed chessboard, I was like, who needs gold leaf when I have pencil shavings? Now, I could be using my doll. I could be using one of the other handheld, but these, yeah, are coming out really nice. So I've been saving these. I haven't dumped them because I want to put them in the chessboard game. So we're going to make it very much a coloring pencil themed chessboard. We're still using the little flowers from her book. So it's going to be very cool. This needs to be brighter. I'm sorry, like my brain is all over the place right now. Right? It's gonna be fun. Thanks, Josephine. Well, we'll see if I can manage it. I also picked up some white, kind of opaque alcohol inks, so I can also have like white as the background. Because if I am brainstorming it correctly, and it has to be a time where I am not trying to rush it. That was the problem last time. Is like I didn't measure correctly for the amount that I needed to fill all of the pieces. And because I needed more, I kind of rushed it and did not mix it for as long as it needed to. Therefore, the chemical reaction that's supposed to happen with resin when you combine the two just did not happen correctly. And everything's kind of sticky and bendy. And I was just like, okay, this is what I get for, oh, Ev, thank you. Thank you so much. Exclamation point hype. Those handy dandy hype emotes. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Thank you so much, Ev. Yeah, so I'm gonna take my time. Whether or not I'll be able to do it before we go, I don't know. Probably shouldn't take on a project like that when you're just about to move and you're trying to do all the Christmassy stuff. But it's definitely in the back of my head. But yeah, so I want to use pencil shavings on the base of the board. And I think I want to plan ahead and use them in the pieces too. I just want to make sure that I have them embedded enough that they're not like sticking, like the edge of it is sticking out on the piece or sticking out of the board. So I'm going to need to fiddle with it to make sure that, yeah, that it's all in there. But I think it'll look really cool when it's done. So lesson learned on the first one. I still have like 2 boxes of that resin. So I think that I'll be able to have enough to do it. I just need to not be so impatient, I suppose. Yeah, let's move that over there a little bit. But yeah, it's just been getting things done and getting Christmassy stuff done. And because I've been trying to get all of the gift buying and everything done early, because starting next week, we're going to start packing up and I am just not going to have time to do it. So my goal, especially because I have some Christmas cards that are going overseas, my goal is to get all of the Christmas cards Wendy Benson. Well, I'm not sure, Electra. I'm sorry. yeah, so my goal is to get all Christmas cards out in the mail on Monday. And little Emily, because she's going to be leaving school, she wants to give all of her little friends little Christmas gifts when they go. So she thought about making things, but she doesn't want anybody in the class to feel left out. So across a few classes, there's about 45 little gifts that she wants to make. And so rather than literally taking a month to make things, I told her what we could do is we're going to get some candy canes. I have some of that curling ribbon. And then, oh, do I see Wendy Benson chatting? I do not. No. I don't see a Wendy either. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have her write her name like she's signing it, because this will keep her from having to sign like 45 of them. And then I am going to scan in her little signature. And then I am going to use the cutting machine to print out little custom tags. And then we can just put a tag from her. That way we don't have to personalize it. She doesn't have to dig through 45 of these candy canes to find the right name. So it'll be kind of generic. And then she has like 4 or 5 like super close friends that she wants to do actual gifts for. So I got little gift bags for that. Yeah, sometimes. You'd be Buddy from Health. Love it, Shannon. The account is blocked in chat and it has a membership? Oh, I don't know. I don't recall ever blocking a Wendy Benson. Is that you? Is it just like an additional account? You know, Electra, here, let me make a note, okay? Let me make a note here real quick. Wendy Benson. And because it'll take me too long to go through it right now, but I've written down the name. Oh, that's your other account. Okay, perfect. I've written down the name. When stream is over, I will go and look, because I do have a certain number of accounts that have been blocked. Most of them are spam ones, but I will go and check and see if you are blocked. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll do a little bit of poking around, because that will tell me, because it'll show me the list of like channels and stuff that have been blocked for whatever reason, and I will go and check that for you. Otherwise, I'm not entirely sure why. I think I mentioned it last time. The only other time that I like will chat and no one sees me is when I cast the stream to my TV and then I try to chat through my phone. For whatever reason, it never comes up. I have no idea why. Sounds good. Yeah, remember when we blocked. So if for some reason your name is on there and it's blocked, then it was probably like an accident. Because I'm trying to, yeah, I have the name, so I'll double check all the memberships and make sure that you're all good to go. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm so sorry. But you're with us for now, and I'll double check everything. But yeah, so she's going to do the candy canes and little gifts and everything for her friends, for little Steve, if we can just keep him healthy for the duration of the school year, that would be fantastic. We're using number 25. But it's nice because there's going to be Christmas parties and everything, so they'll kind of get, a last hoorah with all of their friends. So it'll all be good. We were actually supposed to, it's a thing that we do every year. There's a local event that has to do with Christmas lights and kids going to see Santa and everything. We've gone to almost every year, but little Steve is running a fever. We're hoping, crossing our fingers, that he might be he's already feeling perkier. We're hoping he'll be feeling better tomorrow, but if not, I have some alternative plans. Did you know, and this is the first time that I read about it, did you know that you can actually write letters to Santa? I'm using number 23. You can write letters to Santa, and there's an actual mailing address that you can put on it. And where that goes to is people can adopt Santa letters and fill them. Now, granted, I went and looked on it, and there was definitely some shady letters of people asking for like PS5s, but the idea behind it all goes through USPS, so it's a legit website, and it's all completely anonymous. But the idea behind it is really, really cool. So if the kids don't get to see Santa this year, I'm thinking that would be a good, sorry, I get distracted. A good alternative. So, and the place where they have all the lights, it's a place where we can drive through ourselves. So it's not like they'll miss the lights or anything, but it's been a yearly tradition with us. But gosh darn, those bugs going around. I actually got my flu shot the other day. Yeah, Pen Pal Santa. Yeah, I can't remember what the name of it was, but for some reason, I had never heard, oddly enough, I came across a TikTok that was talking about it, and it got me curious. I was like, huh. So I actually went and did my own research, and I was just like, holy heck, this is like legit a thing. Bye, Dawn. Thanks for being here. This is legit a thing. And I was just like, I had no idea. So not that we're expecting anything, but the idea that they can actually mail a letter, I think they'll be excited about. So anyway, I don't know, I feel like I'm running out of time and, you know, to do everything, but I think that's just kept me on my toes with being productive with getting stuff done. Camera right hand, they can send personal email. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, the turquoise, that's the diamond one. What's the diamond one for, Ev? I'm trying to remember which one that is. That's like the longest one so far. I don't know that anybody has one further than a diamond pencil. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's a pink pencil after that. So here, let's pull it up. The diamond pencil is 36 months or more as a member. And then at 48 months, you get the pink pencil. Right? Oh my gosh, when you say it that way, 3 years, 5 months, that's amazing. Oh, can you believe we've been doing this long? Oh my goodness. All right, let's use a little bit of black, which I know is not something I do a ton when I'm doing the Ergosofts, but yeah, we're feeling adventurous. I know, it's amazing. There you go. All right, so let's go ahead and do number 9 black. Not gonna do a ton, but I don't know, I wanna get some pretty vibrant flowers in here, so we're gonna put a fair amount of pigment. I know, right? But it's a good one. It's a good one. Well, and it's not even that I can't put any more colors. Like, that's how much you're limited. Like, YouTube sets up the month amount. So I just used them all up, and I was like, I want to have all the pencils. Hi, Kelly! Exclamation point late. Exclamation point late. Do an artist meetup? I don't know. See, there's a number of people that I have made friends with over time. And if there was some sort of coloring convention, like, I'd be all over that. But, yeah. Gosh, I hardly have time to... I went ahead and treated myself to picking up some food on the way home today, which is kind of a big deal because there aren't a ton of, like, fast food places that you can get as, like, a gluten-free eater, but there is a sandwich joint here. Well, yellow's good because I did it rainbow. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet? I don't think I did indigo. Yeah. But yeah, I grabbed it on the way home. I had some broccoli cheddar soup, which is flippin' delicious. It's one of their soups there that I can eat because it's thickened by cheese and not something gluten-y. And then I treated myself to, I'll move the label here so you can't see it. Oof, hang on. I've only had like, oh my gosh, plastic open. I've only had like a bite of it. But, and by bite, I mean I tore it off. But they make gluten-free brownies, or they pick them up. The shop gets them from a local gluten-free bakery that's here in town. So yeah, that's the other thing. Oh man, I'm gonna have to, whenever we get figure out the house exactly where we're going, I'm gonna have to figure out like the new gluten-free hotspots, man. I was thinking today though, when I was in Hobby Lobby, I was just like, I hope the new place has a Hobby Lobby. I haven't even looked that up yet. Otherwise, Hobby Lobby or Michael's at least. Oh my gosh, I can't even fathom living in a town that doesn't have a craft store. That just seems sad. Okay, so we're just using a little bit of black here. That is true. That is true. I'll definitely need to do that and get the kids out and just do full exploration. All right, let's do 23 now. I'm going to press a little bit harder. Yes, yeah, we're definitely staying in the US. We're staying in Texas, but it is a brand new area to us. I've never been there before, and I want to take some time to get to know the place because we don't really know a ton down there. Ooh, the best tasting, most accessible gluten-free bread. So there's a lot of different gluten-free breads that are out there. A lot of them are frozen. Schar, SCHAR, does a good ciabatta roll and a good sandwich roll. But for regular sliced sandwich bread, I mean, I just call it Udi's, UDI. They make a good brand, but the problem is the loaves are so small. I don't know what it is about it being impossible to make full-size loaves that are gluten-free. So what I actually like to do, and they don't really work for like cold sandwiches because it gets crumbly, but if you're toasting it and you're making, you know, toast or French toast, or I like to do peanut butter and honey toast, like it's really good if it's toasted. As I get the Bob's Red Mill gluten-free bread mix, and actually my bread maker has a gluten-free setting on it. And so I just pop all the ingredients in there and I make my own bread. It's really good because it's kind of like a base kind of loaf where it's just kind of your basic white bread, but you can make changes to it accordingly. So what I like to do is I add in, because usually my bread maker will beep when it's at the like mix-in stage. So I will add cinnamon and raisins to it, and then I'll make myself like a cinnamon raisin toast. So as far as just regular bread, not necessarily for cold sandwiches, my go-to is the Bob's Red Mill, and I just make it myself because it seems to be the only way I can get like a full loaf size. Ooh, yeah. Hi, Sarah. Yeah, the Canyon Bakehouse is pretty good too. The only issue with some of those is not all of them are frozen, and it's kind of the way with the Schar ones is they're like, okay, you can open it, but you can't freeze it afterwards, and you need to eat it within 4 to 5 days or 3 to 4 days. And I'm like, but I just want to keep it around. I'm in small town Iowa. We have nothing here. Closest Hobby Lobby is 40 miles. Oh no. Let's see. Trey says play Scott Calvin Santa Claus from the Santa Claus. Yep, that would be it. Let's see. You're making me hungry. Oh yeah, that's what we regularly do. I got my tea. I got my brownie. I had a sandwich. I had some broccoli cheddar soup. I'm using number 29. It's really good. Saw 3 movies of the Santa Claus franchise and the third movie. That is true. That is true. Aren't they still making those movies too? I feel like I saw there's another one out. I don't know. Does anybody here get into like the Hallmark Christmas movies that they show on the Hallmark Channel? I never really have, but I just hear these spoofs about them all the time. But it seems like one of those kind of just fun sort of movies to watch. I'm just trying to press a little bit harder here to get these just a bit darker. I didn't necessarily want pastel poinsettias. Oh, is he really? Okay. Oh, there's a series. All right. Hi, B. Does Josephine like the Hallmark movies? Yeah, I always see spoofs about them that generally they're about a girl coming back home after living in the big city, and she meets a farmer and they fall in love, and she lives with them and they live happily ever after. There was a spoof that somebody did on TikTok where it was just like she was telling her friends that she met a farmer and she's getting married and she's never coming back, and they're all like concerned about her, like, are you okay? See, but I love them. Oh, absolutely, Josephine. But I feel like that's almost like their charm. I just got your message. I love it. Oh, what would I do without you? I'll have to check and make sure there's one in my town. Oh my gosh. If not that, like a Joann's or I don't know. I'm spoiled. We have Michael's, Joann's, and Hobby Lobby here. Like, it's too good. It's too good. Okay, I feel like I want to add more to this, but we're going to move on for now. Let's go ahead and do the leaves. Oh, the Nutcracker. Okay. Lots of happily ever afters. Oh, but I need that sometimes. So that's good. spoofs are spot on, but the Hallmark movies are good background noise while doing Christmassy things around the house. Oh, I like that. Hi, Marcy. How are you? Yeah, well, I'm going to be buckling down on Christmas cards and everything. I had an idea. So some of the Christmas cards that I'm sending out, I'm putting some stickers in. And I've been kind of brainstorming it in my head. But what I want to do is, now we're bringing out the sticky notes. So when on the flap of the Christmas card, what I want to do, because I planned ahead last year. Where did I put it? Oh, so at the end of the season last year, hang on, we're talking Christmas cards now. They're regularly like $14.99 at Michael's, and I got them for, I think they were 70% off because it was after the season. So I got them last year. I've got this one, some leftover of this one, and this one. So what I want to do, oh, Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, but that's not a Christmas movie. Oh, Shrek Christmas, love it. Oh, because they always bake, right? Took us to see the live Nutcracker, but a short version. Oh, I love that. So the idea that I had that I want to do as kind of a, you know, like those lift the flat books or you pull the tab books in like in toddler books. Well, not for toddlers, but in this one. So I want to make a lid. Okay, so just imagine a flat piece of paper. And of course, you know, I'll do some sort of little bow. I'm going to have, I think, a piece of ribbon behind it for the pull tab. The mechanics of it is that I'll have a tab that's going to be kind of invisible that'll sit behind it, and it'll have like this little groove to keep it from pulling all the way out. And then for the underside, it's a family tradition, right? See, there you go. I'll have a piece of paper that's folded, and we'll do it this way, 3D. So imagine that this will be flat, right? And then this part with the tab will go behind this one. So, you know, if you're seeing through it, it's going to look like this. And then the lid will be here. But the idea is you'll have this little pocket with this lid that you can move up and down. And then inside, I'll have a little plastic bag with stickers. I haven't done one yet. And I'm trying to plan out a way that I can have them all. Yeah, a pull book. There you go. So I can have them all have all the pieces cut out for my cutting machine. And I think I can do it because whenever you go to get something cut with the cutting machine, it needs to have its guidelines, which I can't exactly print that on that Christmas paper. So I'll have to cut them down so they'll fit through the machine. And then I know this sounds like so complicated, but I swear in my head, it's not. You can take the little guide things and put them on your sheet of paper so it'll cut out. Colorings lead to almost, that is true. That is true. I want to change my mind on the holiday movie cast. I'd rather be merry and It's a Wonderful Life. Ooh, there you go. But yeah, so I have a neat idea for Christmas cards. I just need to do it. I got everything else that I needed today at Hobby Lobby. Got some ribbon. I got some double-sided sticky tape refills. And yeah, so it's going to be a crafting weekend. Hang on one second, chat. Okay, sorry. But, what was I saying? Oh yeah, crafting. Christmas crafting. That, and I also got the kids one of those gingerbread house kits. We tried the full-size houses last year, but man, gravity made that really difficult for the roof to not cave in because I also am impatient and didn't like stick them all together and then let them dry. So we went back to the, it comes with like a 4-pack of the tiny houses. So we'll do those as soon as little Steve is feeling better. Man, we could not believe he got sick again. Like we even brought him in. One of his little friends at school was out last week with strep. So we thought for sure with what he's feeling that that's what it was. But they did all the checks and lo and behold, it's just something viral. It's like, well, if the something virals could stop going viral in this house, that'd be fantastic. like to make a paper chain from last year's Christmas. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I still have mine. Like last year when I cleaned up, you know, I've got a, any Christmas cards that we get, I've got a string and I use tiny little clothespins and I usually like display them and hang them up. And then last year when I took it down, I just put the whole chain in the Christmas ornament box. So I should pull that out. That's adorable. I love that. Typing family recipes, mainly cookies as a gift to Stairs. Oh, I love that. Oh, fun, Trey. Oh, wait. I only read the first part of that. Gotcha. I need to learn to read all the way through before... Yeah. Anyway, where was I? We got a gingerbread house to do with your grandson too. See, there's so much fun. You know, little Steve can't do dye because it makes him break out. But what I did find at Target, they had, oddly enough, some dye-free candy canes. I mean, they were like 3 times the price of the regular candy canes, but to show up at the house with candy canes that he can eat, man, Mama was the hero of the day, and it's totally worth paying 3 times the price of a regular candy cane to make sure that he can get his candy canes. Really? Ugh, yeah, thankfully it is not that, but I'm telling you, if we could just go a month without having to go to urgent care, that would be flippin' brilliant. Oh boy. I don't know, with Christmas break coming up, we won't be involved with too much. Of course, I say that and we spent nearly the entire summer sick. I swear. One of these days, like, we got to get those immunities built up, right? As long as they're better by later this month, because they are supposed to get their flu shots. But you can't get them done if you're sick, so fingers crossed. Well, no, see, these ones weren't even plain white. These ones were striped. I was so surprised. Apparently they used some sort of natural something or other. Oh, very nice. Yeah, but they had some there, and then they were normal striped, and so little Steve was very excited. Granted, for little Emily's candy canes for her project, I didn't do the dye-free ones there. I was like, you need 45 candy canes? All right, we're getting the ones that are $2.99. All right, so 50, I mean, gosh. Each box cost like $2.99, but they were on sale for 40. Anyway, it would have been a lot of money for a lot of candy canes. So unless someone specifically has an allergy of some sort, please let me know. But otherwise, I'm getting generic candy canes. But, you know, Christmas time is always loads of fun. Of course, you got to fit in hot cocoa somewhere with the marshmallows. Doing Christmas lights. Do any of you drive around the neighborhoods looking for Christmas lights and then going to see those? Some of those houses, man, they go all out. It's impressive. Right, yeah, these are my 2 favorite greens in the set. That first one was number 38. The second one was number 50. All right, so now we're going to use number 6. Get some shadow going on in there. But it should be a fun weekend. It's our last kind of chill-ish weekend where we'll have room for crafting and all of that stuff. And then things will start getting packed up here soon. Oh my gosh, yes, the cats, mainly Annie, has already attacked the Christmas tree multiple times. She's decided that the tree skirt can no longer be under the tree, and she has ripped it out like a few, well, not ripped, but she's, you know, pulled it out. I was headed to go pick up one of the kiddos from school, and I heard a crash. Wasn't sure what I heard. Assumed the cats were just being crazy. We come home, and Annie had knocked an ornament off. I didn't even realize that ornaments I had were like fragile in that way. I thought most of them were some sort of like plasticky something because, you know, with the kids, we try to be pretty careful with, you know, which things we have. Anyway, long story short, it was not plastic. It was glass, and it had shattered down there. And yeah, so that was fun to clean up. I'm just honestly just glad she didn't hurt herself. That's all. But still, I was just like, I don't know, cat, you gotta stop. They are. Oh my gosh, everything is. House on the opposite side of the court that is all decked out. I appreciate the view from my kitchen window. I love it. Right, Kelly? It's so fun. Stepped away, came back. Oh, thank you. I think they are 38 and 50. I need to make a note. Wait, sorry, I missed it. What's 38 and 50? Oh, yeah. 38 and 50. Sorry, that was the pencils. Driving at lights, it'll slow down. We'll have 3 inches of snow. Oh my gosh, we have no snow or anything yet. Hides behind the tree and jumps out at us. Yeah. Sorry, I was playing catch up my brain. But yes, the pencils, 38 and 50. Indeedy do. And then sometimes I'll mix in a number 52 also. Shadowproof ornament. See, I need to do that. Well, honestly, like these days, I just need to make sure that all we have are non-breakable ornaments. There was one year where there was a really good Vera Bradley sale, and I love her just really I can't talk. Beautiful prints. They're like floral, they're patterned, everything. Anyway, I got a really good deal on some Vera Bradley Christmas ornaments. They come in a really cute box, and there's like 3 of them. But for the most part, we let the kids decorate the tree. I get it all up, and I get the lights and the garland and the star and everything, and then they get to decorate the rest of the tree, except for those 3 ornaments. I was like, these are Mama's special ornaments. I'm gonna decorate. Wait a minute. Is Galahad one of your other cats? Down to the ground. Oh my gosh. Now he's afraid of the Christmas tree. Well, if it broke him of it, I suppose. Let's see. Bye, Trey. Okay, so number 52. Let's move that back down there. 52. We're going to go a little bit darker now. Yeah, because poinsettias kind of have a nice kind of cooler green color, but they're kind of a darker green. Oh, it's your black cat. Okay. Oh gosh. Well, we have a fake tree now. When we lived in Oregon, we always went out and cut our tree. It was like, $20, quality tree. Oh my gosh. Steve was at Kroger a couple weeks ago, and they had Christmas trees. The pricing was bananas, completely bananas. Like, you could just dress up bananas instead because it was so bananas. Anyway, yeah, so we have, my parents actually, when we moved into this house, because we finally were out of the apartment so we could have a bigger tree, my parents actually gifted us a fake tree for our house, which is fine. One of these days I want to like upgrade it to one of those really, you can't almost tell that it's fake trees, or we just need to live somewhere where they have good tree farms. He's 10 this year. Aw. I had a kitty who climbed the tree to the top and rode it down top of my unsuspecting dad. It was in his recliner. It was after Christmas, so no biggie. Oh my gosh, that'll do it. That'll do it. All right, now let's go ahead and use 38 again. But yeah, living in the Pacific Northwest, they've got so many good Christmas tree farms up there, and you make a whole day of it. In fact, it was really sweet. One of the ornaments the kids hung on the tree, they were curious what it was. And for Steve and I's first Christmas together, our Christmas tree, you know how when you get a fresh tree and you put it up, kind of like you do flowers, you're supposed to saw off, about an inch length of the trunk of the tree so that it can more easily drink up the water. And then, yeah. But I saved that little bit from the first Christmas tree that we had together, and I actually ended up painting it and turning it into an ornament, so the kids were asking about it. I love that they're old enough to ask about that kind of stuff now. Like, they're legitimately curious. So that one always goes at the top, at the front part of the tree. Oh, good. That's so fun, Ev. We have our small one from when we lived in the apartment, and so usually I'll put the small one up here in the office and then the big one downstairs. But I kind of wanted to have all of the Christmas decorations consolidated since I got to start packing up, and I didn't want to have to pack around Christmas decorations. So we put both trees up downstairs. So we've got 2 Christmas trees. Oh no. Can you imagine being startled out of your sleep? Oh my goodness. Marcy, you might know the question to this because I keep forgetting to look it up. When are the rest of the Doctor Who episodes coming out? For the life of me, I don't recall. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't be popping my knuckles. Is it like every Friday or Saturday? I don't remember. Hopefully soon. Hi, Allison. Happy Friday. I know, like, this is the only book that I've been coloring, but oh my gosh, I can't put it down. It is such a good book. From Gremlins, nice. Who has a really obscure Christmas movie that like was totally normal growing up for you or even now, but like when you mention it to other people, they're like, I'm sorry, you watch what? Ooh, ceramic tree, nice. I'm assuming it's like one of those tabletop ones. Is it one of the ones that has the little Christmas lights in it? I know our local like You Paint It pottery shop has that. Charlie Brown. Love it. There's a bookish kind of account that I follow, and he also does like reviews board games sometimes. And there was one with the Charlie Brown Christmas tree where it's like, how many ornaments can you put on it until it falls over? Die Hard! Like, get the lamp inside the peg light. Oh, but that'll be so cool. Mine is A Family Circus Christmas. As most of you know, probably Family Circus is a cartoon that has been in the newspaper forever in the comic section of it. But there are a few cartoons that were made for it, and it was totally obscure. And my parents were able to get me a DVD of it a few years back, but it's just very 80s, but also just, you know, warm fuzzies. Yes, yeah, post a picture of it. For the Family Circus Christmas Eve? It's just so good. Family Circle paperback collection. Oh, I love that. Read every summer when I went to visit them in Central Texas. I love that. Central Texas is really pretty. It's kind of crazy to me that we are, you know, doing a big move and we don't plan on moving again anytime soon, but we're ending up staying in Texas. Who would have thought? I certainly didn't. Oh, yes, pictures of Christmas trees. I'll just be excited to get settled. I don't like being in limbo, knowing that we're doing this big change, but hi, Megan. But, you know, we're not really doing it yet. I don't know. I'll be excited to move on to the next phase of our life and get settled and get the kids situated. It'll all be good. But yeah, I am really enjoying this book. I'm kind of just flying through the pages here. Yeah. Oh, I love that. All right, so now we're gonna do 50. Texas is huge. It's like different states. I know, right? Yeah, Houston, Austin, Fort Hood area. Exactly. Like, it's huge. I haven't said where it's going to be at. I've only said that it's in Texas because, you know, it's the internet. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I don't blame you, Allison. Yeah, this compared to Pacific Northwest, it's like night and day. I mean, I was in t-shirt today, and it's December 1st. That seems like good t-shirt and shorts weather, right? December? Oh, my gosh. Willing to climb a ladder to get the box down. It's on the top shelf of the garage. Oh, and you can't because Bob's sick. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, let's see. Number 23. Ooh, snowing. Nice. The kids asked me if it's going to be snowing where we're going at. And unfortunately, it's more south where we're headed. So, yeah, probably won't be. Oh, nice, Topeka. Yeah, so I don't have the heart to break it to him that there's less likelihood of it snowing there than it is even here. Of course, granted, then we had that snowpocalypse, so, you know, who am I to say? Who am I to say? Let's see. So now we're gonna do 38. Yeah, my sister sent me a picture of the Farmer's Almanac predictions for weather. Well, apparently it's going to be cold, but then just as it hits Central Texas, it's just like, yeah, it's mild. And I was like, come on, couldn't give us a couple inches? That would have been wonderful. Just a couple for like a day or two. That would be fabulous. Yeah, I know it. I know it. But despite the fact that it'll be less possibility for snow, I think it's going to be good all around. And like I said, I'll feel much better once we're all settled, or at least, you know, have a lot of the big logistics figured out. There's just a lot of boxes to tick before this all goes down. And it just seems like it's really looming up quite a bit. It could, which honestly, probably will need to. We have family that live further up north and they usually get snow. But they are actually headed, oh, I forgot to, listen, they're actually headed out of state for Christmas. So yeah, that won't be an option. Plus sometimes I always feel like, you know, when you go on vacation for Christmas, not just winter, but for Christmas, like you come back and you need a vacation from your vacation. Festival type thing, your folks would come and fill up a refrigerated semi-truck of snowballs and send them. Oh, that's hilarious. Well, see, this thing I was going to take the kids to tonight, or maybe possibly still tomorrow night. They do that. They truck in snow and they have a pile of snow for the kids to have snowball fights. And they do a big snow sledding, like tobogganing tube thingy where the kids get to do that. Hi, Miriam, welcome. And so that's another reason why we're kind of like, oh, but I mean, what are you going to do? They're sick. We can't take them. So what next choice do you have? Well, we make the best of it. See what we can fix when everyone's better, and then go from there. It's just one of those things. Right? That's the other thing is we've been looking, you know, obviously we're pinning down our list of, and I'm just using the Caring Dutch blender, of houses that we want to look at. And I was actually really surprised. There are some houses in this particular place that obviously at this point we know is in Texas that doesn't have central air. Like, how old is this build that it doesn't have central? I feel like not having central air in Texas should be a crime. I mean, honestly, I cannot imagine surviving the Texas, you know, in Oregon, it was one thing because it'd be cool in the mornings where you could like, yeah, no promises. I'll probably come back with a few, well, I did this today. Like Oregon was one thing because it was cool enough in the mornings. You could open your windows in the mornings, close them in the afternoon. Like it wasn't too terrible. But here, like, man, I'm not moving to anywhere that does not have central air. Right, Kelly? Seriously, if it's not, it should be. Like, it's crazy. Like, I get that, you know, people lived in Texas for a long time without AC, but also the temperature has gotten hotter over the years, and that's just insane. I am not surviving a Texas summer without AC. Like, that's, I mean, granted, I guess you get window units, but let's be honest, those window units, not super, you know, helpful. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm sure they did. But yeah, it's completely insane. So I just told Steve, like, I have a list of things that I absolutely want in a house. I have a list of things that I am willing to cave on. Like my things, if it's got all of these things, but it doesn't have this thing, like I'll kind of, you know, balance it out. But no, central air is one of my hard lines. Absolutely not. I will not move anywhere that does not have central air. All right, using 61. Like, that just seems like a nightmare. Oh, absolutely. We probably will. We'll probably have a snow-free Christmas. Hi, Christina. No worries. Right? Well, but also, Texas itself wasn't nearly as hot. You know, and obviously this is not me jumping on global warming political stuff. This is none of that because we all have our own feelings about it. But scientifically speaking, the data presents that Texas wasn't nearly as hot, you know, way back when. It wasn't as hot as it is now. It was survivable to a point. I mean, it had to have been, you know. Sure, there were heat waves and everything, but yeah, things are considerably warmer now. I mean, when we have days that are like 111, no AC is just monstrously wrong. Hi, Michelle. Yeah, no, it's crazy. Absolutely snow free, right? It really is, Kelly. Oh my gosh, good Miami with no AC. I think Fred Marion gave me long migraines. Really, that's, oh my gosh, right? Yeah, in July and August. Deleted 28 live streams, a week's worth. Oh no. Yeah, well, like I said, that's my hard pass. I would love to have 4 bedrooms, but I'm willing to cave for 3 because I can always set up like in our bedroom or something. It's not the end of the world. Let's see, what are my other ones that I really want? Obviously, I want something that's a newer construction would be nice, but the bigger thing is, you know, where the schools are at. Anyway, we have a list and we've been talking to a lot more realtors this week. Steve's been making a lot of headway. Yeah, I can't imagine exactly. Right, Christina? Isn't that the way it usually works? But Steve's been working really hard on doing that this week. So we've even got a spreadsheet and everything. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. But yeah, a spreadsheet with all of the house data and everything. So the goal is to have a place picked out by the end of next week. No later. I don't want to cut it that short. Feel like it's cutting it kind of close anyway, but you know, you do what you can because we'll need to go down on like a weekend and go view places. But yeah. Oh, I'm using number 6. Thanks. Not buying. We're going to be renting when we go down there because we don't know the area that well. And I don't want to go through all of the buying shenanigans and get locked into something and then have it turn out like we really don't like the neighborhood or the school or whatever else. We just don't know enough about this new area to make a well-informed decision. So, oh no, it absolutely is. He got the job and they're like, we want you to start now. And it was too good of an opportunity to pass up. So yeah, so the difference with like here is when we moved here, I'm using number 61. We didn't have kids yet or anything. You know, we were pretty young, easily, you know, we moved into an apartment there. We lived there for a year, realized we didn't like it, and we moved to a different place. But during that time, I was able to make a lot of connections, meet fellow moms, find out where the good schools are at, yada, yada. Well, we just don't have a ton of that going into this. So I want to live there for a little while, get to know the neighborhood, figure out where we want to settle kind of deal. Sounds good, Deborah. Thanks. Yeah, no, it's fabulous and it's super fun. It's just at that, you know, okay, well, let's figure out the logistics stage. So yeah, we'll get there. It'll be good. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because like, suppose they really hate their school or we really hate their school, you know? All right, mistletoe. That's what we're going to do now. So yeah, it'll be good. You know, bit of a transition as always. But we're trying to be smart about it to begin with, because if we don't have to move the kids to different school districts, that would be wonderful, because I would like for them to start making, you know, be able to make some solid friendships. And, you know, going into further grades and stuff, they'll be a bit more confident. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that whole area from like northern Texas and up, like you guys are going to get a ton of snow. It's crazy. Also, I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm going to move it over here. So I found this thing at Target. It's just super simple, way inexpensive. But I wanted something to keep my phone on during streams rather than the clip. But I've started keeping my brushes in here. And I've been using a lot of these Pentel dual hybrid gel pens that Suzanne really likes. So I put them in there with the eraser and a white paint pen. And I just got it at Target. I don't remember how much it was. Real cheap. Because it's not even like real wood. It feels very light. I don't know. But let's switch back. Boop. Anyway. Right? Super cute. Hi, Patty. Right, Ev? No, absolutely. And that is a nice thing, because with me working from home, like, it doesn't matter that we're moving. I can take you guys with me wherever I go. Everything I do, even outside of streams, is all online. So it makes it really easy. But yeah, that was at Target. Super, and it's got like little rubber grips on the bottom. Hi, Ronnie. Me too. Me too. I don't know, especially like going out and running those errands tonight. Like, of course it was chaos. It's the weekend. There was the Christmas thing going on in town. There's just everything happening. And it's just the chaos of 5 o'clock traffic and whatnot. I'm like, I'm not an evening errands kind of person. I'm using a Prismacolor white, by the way. I was like, I'm not peopling very well. So I just, turn on my Audible book while I go up and down the aisles. I should have made myself a list before I went because I went back and forth so many times. Met a really nice girl in the aisles, though. It was very helpful. Very, very helpful. We got started talking about resin. But, I mean, you guys know me. I can pick up a conversation with anyone. Oh, fun. Do I find the paper quite yellow? No, not really. It should be an ivory. Like here, let me grab my Secret Garden and compare it to it. Because I'm not sure which version of Secret Garden you have. But I'll grab mine and I'll show you a comparison. In fact, I will show you, I'm going to get my really yellow version of Secret Garden, which was like some of the first printings, and then a newer version. And then I'll compare it to you. The paper, however, is the exact same as the books from the UK. What she ended up doing, if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, she got them all printed in the UK and then they got sent out from there because I know there was a lot of hubbub about printing errors, but I guess there were some printing errors in these ones too, which I felt bad about. Let's see. Do you think that Staedtler's pencils are nice to draw with? I'm looking for some new color pencils. Yes, of course, they're wonderful. But by draw, do you mean like drawing portraits and stuff? Because I really like these pencils for drawing if I'm not using a mechanical pencil. These are a Faber-Castell. Somebody gifted me those a few years ago. If it was one of you, thank you. I have a hard time remembering. My brain is all kinds of nuts. So this was a super, super early version of Secret Garden. And you can see, maybe it might be too bright. Okay, if we zoom in there. Okay, so this was an early version, very textured paper, kind of thin, very yellowish. This is the new, that's the old. So there's that one. Then this is my kind of middle time, but check out the yellow of that one. So very, very yellow. This one was printed in, let's see, this was a reprint. Let me see, reprinted 2013 5 times, 2014 6 times, 2015 14 times. So I'm not sure, it's going to be sometime after that. But anyway, this was one of the more yellow ones. And then this is a more recent purchase that has that kind of ivory. But comparing the two, and I know it's hard to see, but the new one is lighter than the older one. So I would say Secret Garden is more yellow than this one. An early version, yeah. So the spiral binding is usually done by a third party. So if you get it spiral bound and there are mistakes, that's usually part of the reason. Because Johanna mostly just sells the different, sorry, I got some smudges on there, different country copies, but not necessarily the spiral bound. So just keep that in mind. For my spiral bound ones, I actually went and got them done locally. Okay, number 38. I got them done locally. I took them apart. I made sure that when they bound them, they were in the correct order. I was probably the most annoying customer of the day. But I was really particular about it. I didn't want things to be out of order. Gosh, that soup I had tonight was really good. It was a broccoli cheddar soup. Oh, perfect, Kelly. Perfect. So when I was saying that, I was just like, ooh, Shannon would know a lot about that. I actually saw a cinching machine at Hobby Lobby tonight, and I was like, ooh. And I was like, no. Gotta only get what I came here for. Anybody else have to play that mantra in their head when they go to craft stores? Right, it's so good, Christine, and it's thickened with the cheese itself, not with actually like flour or whatever else that they use. So it's gluten-free. It's flippin' delicious. Could you do a video showing how you take them apart? No, only because one, I have no desire to spiral buy my books again, but two, when I say that I took them apart, so the place where I went and got it done, it was a local copy shop. So it wasn't like an Office Depot or whatever else kind of copy shops that do that. So what they did is when I brought the book in, they cut off the spine. So they would have cut like here. And so you lose part of the page. So they don't do it all like slow and methodical with the, I can't talk, where you loosen the glue and everything else. That being said, depending on, you said you're going to do it with a secret garden, because what I would recommend if you were going to take this apart, most of the time, right? I know it's so hard. Okay, so most of the time, this one is held together with a glue binding, and you can tell that because, hang on, we're going to get it in focus. Maybe, are we too close? Hold on, I'm going to go into manual focus here, see if I can do it. There we go. Okay, so when taking story time, when taking a book apart, you can see on the binding, do you see how it's curved? Like so? That is because when the book is put together, they have the stacks of the paper laid out like a double page spread would be. So there's a number of ways you could go about it. And again, this is Secret Garden that we're looking at. But do you see where this is folded? Yeah. So were it me and I thought, okay, I want to take this book apart. First thing I would do is I would separate the book using an X-Acto knife very carefully, keeping in mind that you'll probably have to sacrifice this part of the binding right there. But where each of these sections are separated, so here, 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 and here, I would very carefully make sure you have some sort of cutting mat underneath of you, but I would take an X-Acto knife and I would very slowly, and again, it's hard because, well, I have shaky hands, so it's always hard for me, but I would separate the book into sections at those points, okay? So then, now I haven't done this myself, so I have not checked to see if this is physically possible or done, but this is how I would attempt it were I doing it. Okay, so I just dropped a pen. So I would use the X-Acto knife to, I was doing something crafty with that, to separate each of the sections. So then you would come out with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections of the book. Then what you could do is you would take, you see how you've got this area here where it's folded mainly? Then you would take this, and you will see on this book, I'm gonna zoom in. Hang on, we're gonna get it in focus. Oh, that's right, because I put it on manual focus. Hang on. Okay, now I folded it at that crease, and you see where this thread is? So then you'll have those separate sections. Then I would open it up. I would snap each one of these threads. And then from there, you could use an X-Acto knife to very carefully. You could also use a paper cutter if it had separate sections. Yes, you could also blow dry, because that's the other thing. You can loosen. They might be, Kenny. I have no idea. Yes, self-healing mat and a scalpel style seam ripper. Yes, absolutely. All right, have a bad? All right, love you. Buddy, how you feeling?
Hi, Chat.
You headed to bed? All right. You don't have to say hi to Chat. You can just wave. His throat hurts, so he doesn't want to talk. All right, you got your butler bell? All right.
Hi, Chat.
Get out of here, you
Hi,
goofy.
Chat. Hi, Chat. I don't know.
Ah, perfect. Yes, Shannon knew. It's called the signatures. They say, feel better, little Steve. So yeah, you can pop these little threads and then just go, yes, use heat. You can use a blow dryer. A heat gun is going to be more efficient is heating it, but you also have to be careful because you don't want to burn yourself. With those heat guns, you can burn yourself. So things to keep in mind. I would just say my best advice from someone who has never physically taken her book apart. Usually when I mess things up, Shannon. Yes, but you know me, Shannon. If it was a Johanna book, I would be like all about the extras. The best advice I could give would be to just take your time, slow down, and really think before the next steps. So, yeah, you're just gonna kind of deconstruct the book. But yes, absolutely, I would recommend taking apart the sections and then popping the threads, and then very carefully with an X-Acto knife go through it, or a paper cutter if you have one that can go through that thick. But mostly just take your time with it. Kind of like just work your way backwards. Oh my gosh, right? Oh yes, those bookbinding videos. Of course, every time they rip off a cover of a paperback, I'm like, ugh. But then I see what they did to her. I'm like, oh, okay, it's much better. Yeah, I plan all binding mine like I did on the Mythographic and Wildflower. Yeah, you're great at that. Yeah, don't want to singe it. Yes, slow and steady wins the race. So there is, let's see, what did I want to use? Hang on, I'm trying to remember pencil I wanted to use. I'm going to use this one. There is, I've mentioned it to you guys before, on the rare moments where I do have some free time and I just want to decompress and not think too hard. I play Minecraft with some fellow adults like myself. And on one of the servers that we play on, it's a hardcore server. And what that means is that normally in Minecraft, there are all kinds of things that you can do and play. And it's pretty common for, it's open world though. So it's not like Animal Crossing where you have to go through all of these like loading screens or anything. It's really, it is the most, what is the word I can, guideless? No, that's not right. There's just not, there is a set storyline you can follow in the game, but you just don't have to. Mostly it's just building and creating, which I think is why I love it. But there are also perils in said game where there are skeletons or zombies or whatever else. There's whole different aspects to the game, but there are, they're called mobs, characters that can, you can end up dying from those characters. But in a hardcore, yeah, creepers, thank you. Yes, I'm trying to figure it because I know not everybody plays it. So I'm trying to like figure out how to word this. But I'm using 50 now. In a hardcore game, you can have this world because you start new worlds and you like build yourself a house and it's like survival style. But in these worlds, basically the idea is in hardcore, once you die, that's it. Your world is over. You can go back and spectate your world, but once you die, that's it, game over, and you have to go start a new world. You don't get to go back to it. You don't have 3 lives. You don't once you die, that's it. And so it can be difficult. So one of the servers that I play on, we call it a multiverse server. And the idea behind it is there's lots of other people, like I said, lots of other grownups like me who play it. And the idea is, it can be, but there are certain rules that you follow to help keep yourself alive longer. But the way that this particular world is set up is there are 7 worlds in total. Okay, and you're playing with a bunch of different people and you go in and let's say in world 1, you die. Okay, so world 1 is over. You can't go back to it. So then you move on to world 2. Oh, fun, Christine. It's so fun. I have never found so much fun as an adult with a video game. I mean, I've done The Sims, I've done Animal Crossing, I've done like all of the kind of cozy, comfy sort of games. I still enjoy Stardew. But yeah, so it's this multiverse server and you go through, okay, now I'm in world 2, but then if you die in world 2, then you move on to world 3. Well, what happens when you get to the end of the worlds? Well, for the server size, there's only like 7 worlds. There's only 7 worlds that you can go through on this. Anyway, I was the first one to play all the way through and die all the way through. And so I hadn't played it for a while. Well, the wonderful woman who runs the server offered to re-roll me. And so I can't choose which world I'm going into. But she re-rolled me. I'm in world 4 and I'm starting over. And I'm a lot more cautious because I really don't want to die anymore. But there is this other streamer that we watch who has done so many days in hardcore. Like his world is just absolutely insane. But one of the key things, I say all of that to say, was the reason that a lot of people die in hardcore is because they weren't patient enough. So my goal for this, like the bookbinding, is to take it slow and be patient. There you go, Kelly. So it's fun. It's just a way for me to kind of, if I really just need to shut off my brain, because it doesn't take that much for me to think about it, and it's just fun. It's just something, it's something different, but I just don't always have as much time as I would like to play it. But, and the nice thing is since the kids play Minecraft also, it's something that we can connect together, and they really enjoy playing it with me. So as long as my kids think I'm cool, I'm doing all right, right? But it is a lot of fun. See, look at this. Look at this perfect pencil shaving. How perfect would that be in the chessboard? That's why I'm saving my little cup. Although it's getting full, I'm gonna have to transfer into something else. But still. Anyway. See, one of these days I'm gonna convince one of you to come play Minecraft too. Never got into Minecraft. You know what? Like, I only started playing it a few years ago, and I never really did either. But then once I got into the heart of it and I realized how creative I could be in it, I was just like, yes. There's an adventure aspect. There's a creative aspect. It's a lot of fun. And because I'm part of a little community, that makes it even more fun. I'm not just doing I am a cool mom. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was explaining to little Emily what we were gonna do for her candy canes for her friends. And I was telling her what we could do. And I was like, well, we can, you can write your name and then I can scan it in and then we can cut them out on these special little tags on my cutting machine. And her eyes are just getting wider and wider. And it has officially been established that I'm a cool mom. She gave me a hug. She's like, Mom, you're so cool. One sec. Sorry, just need to clear my throat. My kids are so into Minecraft, but I'm really not good at it. It takes a little bit of an adjustment for sure. Or have you tried it on like a computer or a console? What are you playing it on? Hi, Nelly. I like breaking blocks apart. Somehow it really is. Used to be Lego Blab with my niece and nephews. Oh my gosh, Melissa and I did Lego Harry Potter for a while. I still have it. I still haven't finished it, but it's just like, it's so hard to find the time. Like, no joke. I have a friend who lives here locally, and like for a while we were able to get together for coffee, and then for whatever reason my kids decided to continually get sick, and then her kid got sick, and it's just been this constant of, at no point have either of our kids not been sick at a time that both works for us. And so like we haven't gotten together forever, and now I'm moving. I was just like, I'm so sorry. Let's see. Go ahead. So I used to play StarCraft and World of Warcraft with my brother. They went online subscription. Yes. Yeah. So World of Warcraft is, Steve played vanilla World of Warcraft. I played it also, but I think I stopped playing by the time they like increased the levels that you could be in about 100. It just got too grindy and I didn't really enjoy it as much. I'm using number 56. So yeah, I haven't played it in ages. I think what I miss most about the game are, like the guilds and everything else. But it's like once or twice I've tried to go on and play like, the classic version or something. It's just not the same. I just don't enjoy it as much. He says, going to Lurkmore, very late supper, spent the evening looking for a friend's lost dog. He said, Brandon, oh, but they found him. Oh my gosh, that's amazing, Patty. Oh, that must have been such a load off of his mind. Let's see. Have you ever played Lord of the Rings Rise to War? No, but I've heard of it. Just iPad so far, so it's hard to move. Oh, yes, Christina. Absolutely. I've tried playing on mobile. I cannot deal with the user interface. The kids play on the Switch, and I have tried, but I'm so used to the PC. Yeah, it is immensely easier on the computer. Absolutely. I mean, it's doable. It's doable on the iPad, but yeah, I find it so much easier on the PC. I still collect the art of books because how was the world building and character? Yes, they are so good. They are so good. Absolutely. Okay, let's see. Let's hop over and do a little bit of holly rather than the next poinsettia. Boop, a little bit of holly. Let's see. What do I want to use? Let's use number 29. The kids get, oh man, that heart is blown. Oh, get sick. It is over. Right? I know it. I know it's hard. Bye, Secret. Thanks for being here. Yeah, well, that's the funny thing is like my mother actually played Minecraft with the kids as well and me, and like it's great. Like we actually for her birthday a few years ago, just or might have been for a Mother's Day since we don't live near her. It was nice. We were able to start a new world, and we literally played with my kids and me and my mother. We all played together for the entire day, and she absolutely loved it. But she learned to play on the iPad. And so when she moved to the computer, it was a bit of an adjustment just because the user interface is completely different. I started on the computer and I can't work my brain around it. Sounds good. Get some rest, right? I know it. Well, now that I am listening to the books, I'm using 61. I am on to book 2 already. We are at the point in the book where, and this isn't, I mean, I feel like this isn't a spoiler. Like Tolkien read these books ages ago and the movies have been out forever. In the second book, I'm at the part where Merry and Pippin are describing the battle at, I wanted to say Asgard. That's not right. Oh my gosh, what's it called? Saruman's castle, or the Isengard. Isengard. See where that was. The hobbits are currently explaining the battle between the Ents and Isengard. And so they just got there. So I made it through pretty quick. She's one of the original gamers. Funny thing, so she loves Zelda. Zelda's amazing. Zelda's absolutely amazing. I didn't get the new Zelda game, but when Breath of the Wild came out, I'm using 25. When Breath of the Wild came out, I did get that, but then I got to one of the bosses called Thunderblight Ganon, and oh, that was so frustrating. For the life of me, I couldn't beat it. I got so frustrated. I was like, if I'm not having fun with the game, then I'm not going to play. So I, poor Link is forever stuck in the limbo of Thunderblight Ganon. Older 20s. I was addicted to Zelda. Zelda's amazing. Like, I don't know. It's fantastic. But yeah, Minecraft is probably one that I've stuck to the most for a while. I do like The Sims, but now that I've played Minecraft often enough, it's just like The Sims and Animal Crossing, basically where I have to go through any kind of dialogue, it just takes too long. I don't have the attention span. All right, number 5. But yeah, it's fun. I play with the kids, and occasionally we'll play with Steve. Minecraft, he doesn't mind, but it's not exactly like his favorite game. He likes to play City Skylines a lot, and then he's got a few games that he plays with some of his buddies. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't tired of Minecraft yet. Oh yeah, Tech Gal, we do too. Well, no, not the original Nintendo. We have the Super Nintendo. We've got my brother. So I had a Super Nintendo growing up, and my brother ended up being able to keep that. And then when he got older, he runs his own business now, and he just doesn't have the time or the energy to play that. So he sent it over because he knew that our kiddos liked it. And so we have the consoles from Steve's childhood and then the consoles from my childhood. So we have 2 of the Super Nintendos, 2 Nintendo 64s. But the thing that I love is little Steve has been just going through all of these old school games. So he had played Super Mario RPG for the Super Nintendo. And if you guys keep up with games at all, you will know that the Switch just came out with a new version of Super Mario RPG, and little Steve has already beat it. Can he? That's hilarious. Original Super 64 GameCube, Wii, and the Switch. See, I love it. I love it. Let's see. We also have a one of Steve's old Game Boys as well. But no, I love video games. Oh, obviously, all within reason. You know, if you stay in your house for weeks on end and don't ever get some vitamin D, or your kids are not doing their homework, or you know, we definitely have days where I say, hey, no more screens for the weekend or whatever, and so we'll have specific days where I'll put the kibosh on screens, even for myself, and the kids will go outside and play or whatever else. So yeah, there's, it's all about finding a balance for it. I know how much fun they are, but I also know how much their brains are still developing and they need time to go outside and use their imagination a bit. Try to teach them that it's okay to be bored sometimes. Oh, it's great. They got so many new ones. Hi, Sue. How are you? So, yeah, it's fun. And it's just nice that I can have something to, relate to with the kids. Of course, they love all the crafty stuff when it comes to Mama's office space, but they also enjoy playing the video games with me, which I think is just special. When they're older and moved out, I will want to go back and play video games with them again, Chelsea. Oh gosh, yes. What was her name? I'm trying to remember. I know you talked. Was it Clara? It was Clara, wasn't it? With their kids in a pen. PS2, PS3, and a modern Atari 64. Oh, that's amazing, Marilyn. I love it. Yeah, it was Clara. Who were all those characters? But yeah, I want to say that it was Clara. All right, let's go ahead and use 56. That's hilarious. I'd forgotten about that. Gosh, what was her name? Felicia Day. Felicia Day was the one who kind of hosted it, created it. Yeah, it sounds, yeah. Yeah, with Felicia Day, it's hilarious. Do you wanna date my avatar? That's probably copyright. Do, 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 do. Yeah, it's hilarious. All about finding balance. All right, so I'm just using 50 now. I did a couple different colors on the holly leaves here. Let's get in a little bit of 38. Yeah, Felicia Day obviously has her own kids now and everything, so I follow her on Instagram. It's always fun to catch up with that. All right. No, Grandma's got the cool video games. Oh, I love that. Hey, man, keep them in the pen. They're not getting into things, right? Gosh, I need to make some broccoli cheddar soup because, I keep thinking about that soup that I had because it was flippin' delicious. And I'm like, I need more of it. I'm not going to pretend to even think about how many calories is in all that cheese. I'm just enjoying it. But yeah, I treasure every time my children say that I'm cool. I'm like, aw, they like me. I'll enjoy that while I can. Till we hit their teenage years. Although, I don't know. Maybe my kids will still like me when they're teenagers. That's the goal, right? All right, so number 5. Well, no, the goal is to make them happy, healthy, useful members of society, and also, well-adjusted. So, I do what I can. Right, exactly. Well, and I was talking to my doctor about it the other day, too. I put on, for me, from where I was at to now, and the span of time it took, I put on a decent chunk of weight pretty quickly, but it has to do with a lot of the medicines I have to be on for whatever else I got going on. Anyway, just touched on this other. But the point is I don't eat terribly, and I'm pretty active still and everything. So it's more of I've just sort of accepted this is where I am until everything gets squared away. Who knows? I'm kind of hoping that if I end up having that surgery in January or February, this is number 38 again, to get this thing in my head taken care of, that I won't need to be on as many medicines, and it may kind of balance everything out. But I also don't want to, I don't want to get my hopes up or think unrealistically. So we'll just have to wait and see. The point is, I'm giving myself a little bit of grace to, eat the brownie. Just eat it. See, Patty, I want that. I want to be the house that all of the high schoolers want to come over and hang out at. Also, because then I can keep an eye on all of them. All right, you little whippersnappers. Return to gluten. Oh my gosh, Patty, I hope so. I'm waiting to do it because I know that I'm going to have to do it slowly
and I'm going to have to adjust. If any of you are unfamiliar, when you go completely gluten-free and you reintroduce gluten, it can be a rough transition. And so I want to make sure that I'm not going to do that until after I am completely healed from the surgery, because even talking to my primary care physician, she saw the images and she's like, ooh, yeah, that's probably something worth getting taken care of, just because of any future complications it can mean. So I'm unless there's some reason they really think I shouldn't have the surgery, I will most likely have it. So once that surgery is done and I am completely healed and we are settled where we're at, then I'll go in slowly probably and start to reintroduce. So I didn't want my kids to go anywhere else. Right, exactly. Thanks, Kelly. Why did I choose to go back? What, to gluten? To go back to gluten? If it's about that, it's because I went off the gluten because I assumed the gluten was triggering my migraines. And then I found out that I've got a little roommate hanging out up in my head that needs to be evicted. And so I feel like them telling me, now I know that not all of my headaches and migraines are strictly due to that because of the location, but if that thing is causing 50% of my migraines, or the majority of them, it makes me think, like, is all of my theory about my headaches like, right? Exactly. Oh, dang, it's the heart is covering up. Shannon. But so it's just like I question, okay, I have all these theories of, okay, this causes my headaches, this triggers them, this maybe makes it worse. And so it's like, okay, well, if that's not the case, then what the heck am I punishing myself for? Like, I don't know. Like, if I go back on it and it turns out I'm just horribly miserable after the adjustment period, then, I'll cut it out again. It won't be the end of the world. But gosh, do I miss croissants. I'll be fine, gluten-free by myself. Bye. I'm sorry, Shannon, but if I can, I want to. I miss croissants. But yeah, so it's making me question, like, a lot of stuff. Like, okay, well, if this is the cause of it, then, unless gluten is the thing that made this little eyeball-sized thing hang out beside my eye or behind my eye, then yeah. So over the course of the last couple of months, if anybody wants to catch up with it, on the live stream where we were working on the double page spread from Secret Garden, starting from the beginning of that towards the end of that, it was probably my most emotional roller coaster of streams all put together ever. Meaning, like, the first one, long story short, my neurologist finally got the insurance to agree to an MRI, and they found a, wait, what did Shannon say? Hold on. It probably will, but it'll be worth it. They did a scan. I got an MRI and a CT scan done, and they found a lesion behind my eye, but it's not touching my brain. It's cracking me up. It's not touching my brain or anything, so I won't have to have brain surgery, but it is nestled pretty comfortably within the optic nerve behind my left eye. And at the time, they couldn't tell me whether or not it was still cracking up at Shannon's. They until we had the MRI done, they couldn't say whether or not, what kind of lesion it was. But I've had 3 different neuro guys say that they're pretty positive that it's benign, it's not a concern. So we're kind of in the waiting period right now, and I'm just switching back and forth between all these greens. There's not too many greens in there, so just balance it however you want. Anyway, we're at the waiting period where I'm going to go get a second MRI done in January so they can gauge whether or not it is essentially static or dynamic, whether or not it's just hanging out there or if it is growing or changing or whatever else. There's going to be probably 2 options that will happen. 3 if there's a miracle. Well, that's the thing. It's like it's next to the optic nerve, but it's not pressing on it. Like, from what I seem to understand, the way they talk about it, I know, right? It's like, it goes straight to your butt. But it's like it's right next to it. So like my optometrist, she was able to, you know, take a look back there with all of her things. And so it doesn't seem to be too much of an issue. The only reason that they kind of raised an eye at it is because they said, ignore the other thing that we did here, that rather than it being a traditional circle, the thing, it's more popcorn shaped, similar to that. But part of that is because it's nestled between all of those optic nerves. So it's kind of like if you were to take a loaf of bread and wrap, you know, string around it and then bake it, it would grow, you know, it would be shaped differently. So it's just that kind of idea where my optic nerves have become sort of like a mold for this thing. Anyway, there'll be one of a few options when I go back. Either it won't have changed and they'll say, okay, well, it didn't change, but he's already said confidently that he feels comfortable that he can remove it with minimal complications. So I think it'll kind of be up to me in that case, or it has grown and then they absolutely are going to do surgery because that means that, you know, it's moving it however many miles an hour that thing is growing. Or there will be some miracle and it will have shriveled down the size of a split pea. But that's highly unlikely considering there's no reason for it to do that. Oh, it was weird, Christine. Like, I guess I imagined it differently just because, I don't know. I'd only ever seen MRIs in movies or, you know, doctor shows or whatever else. I didn't imagine it was going to be that small. No, chocolate croissant. So if it melts super easy, I'm good. Oh, okay. But yeah, it was really loud. I felt like I was like, because there were certain points where the whole thing kind of shook. Like, because when I laid in there, I had my arms kind of crossed over my midriff. But like my elbows were touching the sides of it. I just didn't imagine it was that small. Now, thankfully, because it was just my head, I didn't have to go in the tube fully. But I feel like I did doze a little bit only because you're in there for like, what, an hour? But yeah, I felt like I was an unbalanced load in a washing machine because it was just so dang loud. You know, I remember staring up, there was this gray stripe that was in the machine above me. And I was just thinking, I wonder if that's a cool gray or a warm gray. I don't know. I was clearly very bored, but it was super surreal just seeing the inside of my head. Well, from what I'm understanding, Kim, is that, I don't know, I may be misunderstanding it, but it's like, it's not pressing on the optic nerve to where it's causing issues with my vision, but it's like cuddling with my optic nerve, if that's a better way to describe it. So, because one of the things my eye doctor told me to keep an eye out for, I just got that. But to keep an eye out for was, I'm using 61, is I'll be able to tell when it's pressing on my optic nerve because there will be a, snuggling up to. Yeah, it's having a good snuggle. Right? Yeah, it was a spaceship. Hang on. Sorry, I just cleared my throat. Yeah, it's snuggling. What was I saying? I don't remember. But yeah, it's just snuggling. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. For the moment, I've put it out of my, I will say though, like for the most part, I've put it out of my head. I haven't really thought of it. From what I spoke with the experts, you know, all the specialists and everything, they said they're pretty sure it's benign. There's no massive risk. You know, I don't think I'm gonna, oh, that's right. The eye doctor was saying that I'll know if it's pressing on my optic nerve by saturation of colors. Did the optic nerve consent to the snuggle? It did not. It is a forced snuggling. I mean, you know, he started out being okay, sitting on the other side of the couch. And then for some reason, he ate so much popcorn that he kind of, you know, it ended up being a forced snuggle because he was just getting too big. Oh, yeah, it's something else. Because they ask you if, like, you're claustrophobic beforehand. But, yeah, I don't know. It's all a bit surreal. The only thing that made me... That's right. Yeah. So I'll know it's a problem when saturation in colors changes, which is amazing in the sense that I'll know if the saturation in colors is different because hello, I look at colors all the time, and I will know if my if my Ergosofts look wrong. Be like, hey, who took all the color out of my Ergosofts? But I went and I had a last appointment with my regular primary care doctor, getting all my records squared away, refills taken care of, and everything before we go. And this was the first time that I had seen her since I found out about all of this. Yeah, I'll know when it moves from a cuddle to a aggressive snuggle. And so this was the first time she had seen a picture. Oh, really? Oh, interesting. This was the first time she had seen a picture of it. And she's been, before I went to the neurologist, she had been treating my migraines for ages. And I could tell by the look on her face that she was honestly like taken aback, surprised that it was there. And I could see, she delivered my second kiddo. Like, we have known her for so long that she was just, she was taken aback. She was surprised by it. And I could tell from her tone that she was like, mildly concerned, but also, she reassured me. She's just like, just don't do any research on it. But it got me thinking more about it because I haven't had an appointment for my eye in a while. And it'll be good to have some answers. So new MRI in January, we'll be able to gauge whether or not it's grown. The place where I'm going to, it's a specialist hospital that is, specializes in these particular things. And so because of that, the MRI that they have done there is going to be more detailed in all of the right ways. Because I asked them, like, can I do an MRI, like here in town? But they're like, well, for this initial one, it's fine because we needed to see what the size of it was. But going forward, they want to do it there just because, again, they're specialized for this. So yeah, January, I'll go and get that done thing. And although, yes, we're moving, I will still be within driving distance to the place where I went. So yeah, it was a bit surreal going there that day and getting that all done. But, I've had a fair amount of time. And I think part of the reason I had a meltdown on stream about it is because at the time, we didn't know one way or another. And I hadn't had the right time to process it, Yes, exactly. The more detailed, the better, especially for something like this. So anyway, I'll go in January, get another scan. We'll see if there's any changes. And like I said, it'll be one of the two things. Either it will have grown and they most definitely want to get it removed, or it had not grown and they'll leave it up to me. And I think in that case, as long as they can assure me that the minimal risks, because I don't want to lose sight in my left eye. I kind of need it. Yeah, I'll probably go through with it because, future complications could be complicated. Right? Absolutely it does. Is Steve teaching archaeology? He is not. No. His new job will not be involved with that. It's hard to explain without giving too much detail. But although, yes, he is finishing his PhD, this particular job does not use it, which we debated about because he's just like, well, we came here for me to do this. Shouldn't I choose a job that uses it? But the fact of the matter is, had he not been here doing this particular program, he wouldn't have got his current job, which wouldn't have led to this job. So in a way, he still wouldn't have been able to do it for his PhD, and he'll still be able to be called, Dr. Steve. But yeah, I think it's going to be a really good move for us going forward. Right? Yeah, the unknown is just awful. Yeah, I've kind of dozed. I didn't enjoy it by any means. Dr. Steve. Yeah, exactly, Kelly. That's what it is. Exactly. It's stepping stones. So it's all good. It's exciting. And like I said, once the kids get settled, it'll be even better because there's a lot of unknown right now and everything. But, And like I said, we should only be gone from streaming for about a week because whether or not I like it, we're gonna need to, get the internet set up wherever we go, get the whole system set up. I will say though, when we get to the new place, as far as my stuff is concerned, my streaming setup will be the first thing that I set up. Any and all other organization of the office can come later. So if in the new place, our first couple of streams, Dr. and Mrs. Illustrator, right? When we get set up for the new stream, we may have a few streams that are a little echoey probably while I figure out my sounds. So just bear with when we do all that. But eventually I'll get it all figured out. I know I'm doing terrible calling out names, but there's only like 5 greens in the whole set. So, you know, just alternate. And I definitely did not just snap that pencil tip. I definitely did not. Nope. Because I would never do that. Yeah, exactly. And it'll still mean something. And it especially does considering how difficult it is to make it through all of that. Hi, Pam. Thanks. Yeah, because mistletoe's like white, isn't it? If I remember correctly. I might add a little bit of pink to add just a little bit more shadow to it. But yeah, so good move career-wise. It's going to be a change, but, you know, I think it'll be good. Plus, if we can get a place that allows 3 pets, we can get a dog. The kids are excited about that. I had a cousin who had a couple of masters and a doctorate in a few fields. just a few. Yeah, university, I think, he didn't always teach in his doctorate. Yeah, exactly. Part of it is being able to put the doctor in front of your name. But then also, you know, if you're on a plane and anybody else, is there a doctor in the house? And they all look at you, you can say, I'm not that kind of doctor. Oh, yeah. See, exactly. Well, and I got to tell you right now, if you had asked, you know, 15-year-old me if I thought I'd be doing this, she would have thought I was crazy. Also because I don't think any kind of live streaming existed unless it was on the news when I was 15. Oh, yeah, it's mistletoe because we have holly and mistletoe. Can you guys hear the music at all? I'm not sure how good the balance is. I assume you can all hear me okay. I don't know, a solid 1.5 feet from the mic. I mean, when I sit closer and then, you know, you can see really close, but... Yeah, it's mistletoe. I could probably add a little bit of yellow to it, I think. But I think for the most part, they're white berries. Oh, you can hear me. Sweet. Yeah, festive colors. You're all good. It absolutely does not have to be what color ever mistletoe actually is. I mean, really, how much green is on mistletoe? Starting to drift off. All right, Kim, get some sleep. Thank you for being here. Let's see. What else did I use? I think I used this green. Pretty intelligent. Attended college for about 12 years. We all thought he just enjoyed being a student. Got my job because my ex-boyfriend worked for this company. I was having issues at my job. Years later, right? Oh, the heart covered it up. How many years? I missed it. 28 years later. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. I just love it. Like, it didn't work out, you know, with whoever else, but it's like it gave you the stepping stones to where you needed to be to allow another door to open. Night, Cam. Thank you for being here. Yeah, like we obviously aren't going to finish this today, but because a lot of this is the same, I think we'll do something new on Wednesday. Partially also because I want to use this in a craft, and so I need to finish it before I can do that. So we'll definitely, what time? It's only 9:48. We're doing good. Oh, no, wait. 9:48. It's coming up on 10. For some reason, my head filed away that we still have like an hour left. But yeah, I'll probably finish this one on my own, and then we'll do something new on Wednesday. My instinct says that since it's December, I need to break out Johanna's Christmas. But I don't know, guys. I'm pretty attached to this one. I've been trying to think. Exactly. Then your job loves you too. It's amazing. I'm trying to... Fred. I lost my train of thought. Where's it gone? I remember. All right, new train of thought. Yeah, well, because of the way it is, I want to scan it in, and I have an idea for a Christmas card idea with it. I was talking to an accountant in another firm, and she made the comment that I didn't understand, and I replied back, and I've been doing it longer than she's been. Oh my gosh, right? Oh yeah, there was somebody younger that referred to something that they found, a resource or a reference was done in like 1980 something. And they're like, hey, can I use this reference? It's from the 1900s. And we're like, what? Which technically they're not wrong, but still. Oh, I was born in the 1900s. I mean, again, technically they're right. But come on, when I think 1900s, I'm like, you know, corset and everything else. That long, I know, right? New math. I barely got the old math, man. Patty. Even as it is, most math homework, I leave Steve to help the kids with it because I just, nope. I cannot brain the new math. I barely brain the old math. Math and I, there's a reason that I married Steve, all right? He does my math for me. Right? I know it. And see things that were new when I was a kid. Right? I mean, I know deep down, I am not that old yet. I'm, you know, in my late 30s. It's not a big deal. But just every now and then, I see these kids that would have been like babies when I was in college, and they're like all grown up. Because the thing of it is like, I think of my little brother as a kid, right? I have a really hard time changing my frame of mind to that. But, quote unquote, kids that were born the same year he was, they're not kids. They got a few they got a few kids of their own. Sounds good, Kelly. Thanks for being here. What you're usually right. Let's see. Did I use this? Yeah, I think I used this. Not purple. This is number 61. There was a meme I saw the other day, and it said something like it was a scene from The Land Before Time, and I forget the name, but there's just some checkups that you have to start getting after you're 40 years old. And so the meme said something along the lines of this, just like, if you remember what this is from because of when it came out exactly, it's time to go get that checkup. And we're all just like, oh. Okay. Let's use a little bit of pink on these. Oh my gosh, right? It's so hard. It's so, like, it's just, I don't know. You just get this. Like I said, even my brother is a grown man with a family of his own. And yet I still see him as like 13 years old. I mean, I can't be the only other one, right? Of course, I'm sure that's the way that my older siblings see me. I'd like to think they think of me as an adult, but I barely think of myself as an adult. They certainly aren't going to do that if I just keep talking to them about coloring and Minecraft. You know what? Embrace the kid in myself. Embrace the Minecraft. What do you do in your free time? I color and I play Minecraft. That's what I do. No judge. What's an adult? I know, right? Being an adult is overrated. Right, Josephine? You're like, wait a minute. If you're 50, then that makes me. Nope, I refuse. Rewind. Yeah. Aging is something else, man. Again, I know that I am young. Like, I will look back on myself now, you know, like when I'm in my 70s, I'll look back and be like, what was I thinking or whatever else? But it's like adjusting to any new part of your life, you know? Like, it's just different. But that's the thing is, too, like, I remember thinking that 30 was so old, right? 30 was so, like, this was me in high school, okay? We had some youth leaders that were in their 30s. I think one was 33 or whatever else. And I just remember thinking how old that was. But I'm in my late 30s, and I certainly don't feel as old as I apparently thought 33 was, you know? Like, in my head, I see those youth leaders as seeming so much older than they are. But I can tell you right now that if I look back on a picture from then at them, I'd be like, it really wasn't that old. If you haven't grown up by the time you're 50, you don't have to. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I will take that. Oh, that reminds me. I'm going to leave that sticky note. I have it sitting over here, but I'm going to put the Wendy Benson sticky note on my keyboard so I remember to look. So I'm Electra. I'm going to look that up later. And if it's not on the list, I don't know how I could help you fix that. I will double check memberships to see if you're listed on there, but I will do my best to look at that. But if I come back and for some reason, like I don't see you as a member for whatever reason, or you're not on my blocked list, then past that point, I'm not entirely sure how to go about it, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Maybe if you get on that Wendy Benson one and you remove the membership so it doesn't re-up, you could do it on this one if you wanted to keep it. YouTube's weird like that though sometimes. I swear, people get like blocked or deleted and you're like, how did that happen? Turned 53 last Sunday. My mind is still much younger. My body is much. Yes, right? It's just things you don't really think about. You're like, well, okay, I guess we're at this point. I don't know. It's like when you get those, have you guys seen those filters that go around, whether it's Instagram or TikTok or whatever else, where it's like the old filter and you put it on there? I used it on Steve and I was like, you're so cute. And, you know, one of the things that I realized, you know, that being with somebody, being married with someone, that kind of makes aging special. Like, I don't know, as women, it tends to be pushed on us that there is a certain beauty standard or whatever that we have to be held to. And of course, you know, it's like that way in Hollywood. You know, when women age in Hollywood, it's like, okay, well, you can only play, you know, aunt or mom roles or whatever else. When men age in Hollywood, it's like, hello, Indiana Jones. But I realized that part of the wonder of being married and getting older, it's not that like, oh no, I'm getting old, he's not going to find me attractive anymore. But it's more of that comfort of, this is the person you're going to get old with, you know? Although while your body is going to change and things will change, so will theirs. And it's just normal. You know? I don't know. I'm probably preaching old news here. Right? Exactly. I mean, if there was anything about getting older that bothered me, it's not even so much me getting older that bothers me. It's my kids getting older, because right now things are easy, right? And you want to protect them for so long. But they're going to reach the age where I can't do that anymore. I'm not going to be able to protect them as easily as I can now. And I think more than any other aging on my side, that's what scares me, is like trusting the world with this precious little human that I made, you know? Like, I worked hard and they're wonderful. And I don't ever want, you know, it's like any other parental issue. You never want anything bad to happen to your kid, but they're getting older and it gets so hard. Right? Exactly, Miriam. What bothers me is a friend I've known all my life can't seem to figure out how to use her new coffee maker. I still think it's the same no matter how old you get, unless you have something like, yes, also true. That is true. Yeah, which is just a shame, because I mean, I think we forget how much knowledge we have. Like my kid, like, you know, and I remember doing the same things to my parents, thinking that I was pulling the wool over their eyes, when in reality, they're just, you know, shaking their head at me. But like, there's things that little Emily will do sometimes that I recognize as things my sister and I did, or even I did. And I'm just like, you know, I wasn't born in the barn, right? Like, I've done everything you're trying to do, you know? And so I feel like, I don't know, the assumption of the young, would that be a good way to put it? You just assume that you know more. There were definitely times where I called my mother in my adult life and I'm just like, I'm sorry I was such a pain in the butt. My pod coffee maker, yeah, still go running back to my normal coffee filter. Yeah, see, and that's just not fair. Like, we all have things to contribute. And so then to make people feel like they can't contribute to it. I think I might have told you guys about this before, and this one gave me a good chuckle. It was this video that I watched of this guy, and I'll try and shorten it here. But essentially what it was is he was in the line at the McDonald's drive-thru, and he was an older gentleman. He was probably in his 70s. And he was in the line at the McDonald's drive-thru, and there was this really impatient girl in the back, young, you know, just like get a move on, yada yada. And so he moved forward and he went to pay for his McDonald's, but then he also went to pay for the girl behind him, her McDonald's. And so then, you know, of course, McDonald's, you pull up to 2 windows. So he pays at the first window, pays for hers at the first window, and then he goes to the second window. Well, the girl that's making a stink behind him goes to the first window to pay and realizes the person at the checkout says, hey, your food's already been paid for. And so then she's like suddenly feeling bad and she's kind of waving, trying to do thank you or whatever. And he's kind of waving at her. And then he gets to the drive-up window where you pick up the food and he gives them the receipts for his food and her food. And he drives away with both of their foods because she was being so rude. And the bottom line at the end of it was essentially, don't mess with us older folks. We know what we're doing. We've been around a lot longer. And that tickled my funny bone that day. Right, Tech Gal? Oh, I feel you on that one. Tell Sarah's oldest, honey, if you're not doing anything new. I grew up in the 60s, right? Same job for almost 20 years, but I've been trying to find something else because I'm just so tired. Absolutely, and I get that. I know, right? Right, Electra is fabulous. As part of growing up 30 years later, when you have your own kids, you learn that, yep, everyone knew, and your kids too will have to go through the circle of life, right? I know, I'll have to see if I can find the clip again and I'll share it in Discord. But it was so hilarious. First, she felt embarrassed and bad because, you know, he paid for her food, but then he drove off with her food. So she had to go all the way to the back of the line again. Of course, if I was her and if I was that cranky, I probably would have just said, forget it and gone without. Yay, happy doggos. Well, and I don't know, like, if you were to ask me, like, what work are you going to do 20 years from now? I wouldn't have an answer for you. In an ideal world, I'll still be doing this. I have no plans to end this anytime soon. And, you know, I'd like to think that the channel and the other social media accounts, they'll keep growing. So who knows? 10 years time could be very different. It'd be fun. That is true. That is true. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's 10:02. I'm just over here chatting away. So, that's really bright. I'm going to turn that down. Yeah, I'm going to finish this one on my own because I want to do a craft with it. So we'll do something new. We'll do something new on Wednesday. I like that one movie where Kathy Bates is waiting in a parking spot and some young person zips in the spot. She gleefully rams her car into the one that took her spot. I feel like I remember that. I think I've at least seen a clip of it. Yeah. But yeah, it's super pretty. Fried green tomatoes. Yes, that's what it was. I've seen, yeah, because I was, yeah. I've seen that at least once or twice. It's been a while. But yeah, so if you want to color yours like a poinsettia or, you know, Christmassy, there you go. I'll finish this one on my own. Again, we're gonna play Words on Stream here for just a bit before I lose everyone if you don't want to play Words on Stream. If you are a member, don't forget to grab your free download. And today's the last day to sign up for December's sticker club. I'm really excited for January's. It's going to be super cute. It's all like pen pal themed, and yeah, it's going to be super fun. All right, who is ready for some Words on Stream? Steve. I was about to say Steve, and so I said Words on Stream. So, you know, that's a game. Steve, are you going to help us with Words on Stream?
Yes.
You don't have to. Said it hesitant. Maybe. Words on Stream.
Words on Steve.
Words on Steve. There we go. It's a tattoo time. We'll just literally get words on Steve. Okay, let's pop over to our games here. Okay. And then we're gonna do the, oh wait. Here. Okay, we're gonna pause our music. Turn up the words on Steam. Stream! Oh my God, you guys, I can't talk. Words are hard. Thanks, Kenny. I know, I'm all over the place. All right, so if you haven't played before, it's super simple. You just go ahead and type in your words in chat. It scores like Scrabble, and you just have fun. We'll have to see. All right. I don't know. Sometimes I'm surprised. I see bacon. You see bacon. Yay. Oh, carbon. Yeah. Oh, Megan. Nice. Ooh, you're a second too late, Steve. Let's see. Carb. What did she ask in Mean Girls? Is butter a carb? Oh, I put card, not carb. Oh my gosh, I can't type. Oh, carb isn't in there. Maybe because it's an abbreviation. Oh, cobra, carbo. Okay, 2 more 5-letter words, 2 more 4-letter words. Let's see, rain crab. No more B. More B letters. What about roca? Almond roca. Maybe roca's actually good. Bronc, nice. Oh, and hi, Aspie. Carob. That carob is like the fake chocolate chips, isn't it? My mom made some carob chip cookies at one point. Oh, orca, yeah. Okay, so could be another O word. Rub. Oh, there we go, Nerk. All right, skip 3 levels. See, we got a great start. Sue, Aspie, Andrew, and hi, Andrew. Sled. I see sled. There we go. No hidden letters, no fake letters yet. Scene, yep. Needle. Oh, needles. Nice. What's the other 6-letter word though? What about like leaden? No, that would need an A for leaden. Needs lensed. Okay. Ooh, lens. Piggyback word. No, did I not talk? But isn't that a word? Maybe Dennis? Is that? Oh, dense. All right. Clearly, it wasn't. That's what it serves me right for trying to piggyback. Let's see. Need, scene. Oh, seed, yep. Okay, so it's gonna start with an E. E. Let's see, ends. And, oh, else. There we go. Nice. You guys are on point today. My goodness. Sue, Deborah, Ashley, Patty, Andrew. Oh, heck, you guys are good. Okay, so there is a fake letter in this one. Immediately wanted to do like Scrabble. Generally, the double letters aren't fake, but don't quote me on that. Let's see. Classic. Okay, but I was right in that sense. The double letters were not fake. So it is a fake R. A fake R. What about crass? No, not Chris. C-R-A-S?
No R.
Oh, dang it! I literally just said no R. I can't be, no one listen to me. I can't be trusted. What about C-A-L-C? Calc. Ales, there you go. Oh, hairs, no, dang it, no R. I really want to use that R. Sail? I'm sailing. I sail. Can anyone name that movie?
I can.
I know you can. Baby steps to the elevator. Baby steps down the elevator. Baby steps to the door. I want to watch that movie again. Okay, fake letter. I'm gonna go to limb, so it's probably the Z, but I've been proven wrong before. Oh, what about return? Let's see, Turner, untrue, nurture, nice. Let's see, what about untruer? Oh my god, that's a word! I was really reaching on that one. Oh my gosh. I felt like that would have been like a word I said that wasn't really a word. But no, that's a word. All right, so 2 4-letter words. One's gonna start with an R, one's gonna start with a T. Tenure? Penure, right? Because it's not enough E's.
Boo.
Boo. Skip 3 levels. Oh my gosh, you guys, we are on fire. All right, Aspie Sue, very nice. Flugelheim. That's what I see on there. Okay, so hidden letter and a fake letter. So I'm gonna go, help, we need somebody, help, not anybody, help. Oh, wait, that's copyright. Okay, so we have cleared everything. Can't talk, those are words. O is the hidden letter, O is the hidden letter. And the fake letter is the J. So fake J, hidden O, Hufflepuff. Oh, wait, I know what it is. No, SP beat me to it. Okay, I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm only just a little bit competitive. Just a little bit. Let's see. So it's gonna start with an F. Also, the answer to my question was, what about Bob? If you have not seen What About Bob, you should see What About Bob. Okay, so we have 2 4-letter words. Could start with P, could start, oh, an L. I didn't even think about that. Loop. What about loop? L-U-P-E. I tried it. Let's see. A P. What about Powell? L-U-F-E? Loof? L-U-P-E. I already did. Oh, what was it? Pelf? What the heck does Pelf mean? All right. Ooh, Aspie number 1 for both Sue, Allison. Very nice. Yeah, Pelf. I don't know what that is. I'm not gonna use it, but I'm gonna dictionary.com Pelf here. Pelf. Pelf is money or wealth, especially when regarded with contempt or acquired by reprehensible means. Why is that word not used more? Okay, let's see. Skate. Oh, basket. All right. Okay, fake R, hidden A. Thank you, Steve. Fake R, hidden A. All right, basket, skate. Steak. Yay! I feel like there like, even like in the news, there should be more opportunities to use the word elf. I really should come up with a list of most uncommonly used words and then just only use those words. Let's see.
Elf on the shelf.
Elf on the shelf, yep. That's 6 letters. No, they're not gonna put that in there, never mind. Okay, so let's start with an A. Oh, a bets. My gosh, you guys are doing so good tonight. All right, so if you haven't been here before, level 29 is the highest we have gotten. So that's our goal. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, I'm gonna try flaws. That's the first one I see. Waffles! Someone do waffles! I bet you it's waffles. Oh, what did Jenfig do? Waffles! Sorry, I really like waffles. I should not get that excited about waffles, but honestly I do. Also, it's hidden, so you have to look in chat. Okay, so, but the letters are waffles, so fake R, hidden E. There we go. Oh my gosh, look at you guys go. Okay, I like waffles. I have waffles after stream. I do have, I'll make myself a bunch of gluten-free waffles and I'll freeze them. And they're like the little toaster size waffles. I'm gonna go eat some waffles. Actually, I'm still full from that soup. I probably won't. Leaves. Let's see. Flues, leaves. It's funny that leaves is a thing because I would have thought that plural of leaf was leaves with a V.
What about like leaf of a book?
Oh yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. Let's see. Wheels. What about waifs? Waif a word? Let's see. Leffas. Wellas. Oh, Wales! There we go! Although isn't it, it's gotta mean something else, because I know it's a location. They don't generally do proper nouns. All right, level 22. Jennifer and Aspie, holding strong. All right, hidden letter and fake letter. Tried. Maybe it's a D. Oh, Jennifer! Nice. All right, favorite. So, fake J, hidden O. Okay, so favor. Ooh, ooh. Oh, Steve beat me to it. Okay, what about, so fake J, fiber? Jennifer got forte. Oh, that's good. Okay, what about, let's see, Patty got voter. Piggybacked on yours, Steve. Trove. Aspie got rivet. Ooh, yeah, that's good. Oh, variety would have been real good. Let's see if there's an O. Sue got a orate. Oh, what about irate? There we go. I keep piggybacking. Oh, it's getting harder. Okay, what about Aspie got vitae. Okay, we got one more round. We just need a few more words. Fervor. No, that's only one R. Overt. Overt. Oh no. Oh no, my brain froze. Oh, that last one was hard. That was real hard, but we did good. We did good. Well, it is late, so we're just gonna do the one today. I know we haven't done like two in a while, but by the time we're done, it's like things have been so busy. I'm like, well, if I want to get this, and this done at some point. Anyway, all right. Well, thank you everyone for being here. Ev, thank you again for your super chat. I was just piggybacking off of everybody else. Oh no, Shannon, I'm sorry. But yes, Ev, thank you again for your super chat. It was amazing. Have a fabulous weekend, everyone. Do holiday stuff, rest up, take a few naps, have that cake, have that brownie. And yeah, have a fabulous weekend. Keep being amazing, and I'll chat with you all on Wednesday. Yeah, on Wednesday. I think that's everything. I feel like there should be more, but that should be it. Don't forget to get your free download if you are a member. All right, everyone. I will turn this music back on because I forgot to do that because I can't leave without my outro music. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful, safe, amazing weekend, and I will chat with you all on Wednesday or maybe before. I'll probably see you in streams. All right. Bye.